What's up, my hoopers? And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to play just like Steph Curry. So I'm probably the second best person in the entire universe to show you how to play like Steph Curry. I do these how-to videos. It's my forte. And the only person better than me at showing you how to play like him would be Steph Curry himself. So if Steph, you've got a video out there that you want to post on how to play like me, if you want to name it how to play like me, post that, and then I would direct traffic that way. But other than that, I'm going to be your guy. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is punch that like button. Please, guys, it makes so much of a difference. It helps the channel out so much. It's the most important thing that you could do to play like Steph Curry. So once again, punch that like button and help the channel out so I can continue to bring videos like this to you. The next thing, and this is one that is super important, but it gets left by the wayside sometimes just because we don't think about it, but it's moving without the basketball. Steph Curry is, I would argue, the best in the entire world at moving without the basketball. He's such a deadly shooter that when he passes it, he runs because he's trying to get open, because he knows all he needs is a little bit of space to get open, and he's going to get off a shot. And for someone like Steph Curry, getting off a shot with a little bit of space is a very high percentage shot. So he understands that people, when you don't have the ball, they tend to go to sleep on the defensive end. They tend to, watch the ball because the ball is the most important thing, and don't let the ball go score. But defenders, when people pass the ball off, defenders go to sleep. That's when Steph Curry takes advantage of his defender, moves without the ball perfectly, gets wide open shots. Moving without the ball has got to be one of the most important keys to getting your game like Steph Curry. The next thing is being ready to shoot / score at all times. Steph Curry is the baby-faced killer. That's who he is. And with that name comes the territory of being ready to score and shoot at every single moment of every single game. He can shoot it from when he steps off the bus. He can go to the basket. He can shoot mid-range pull-ups. He can score on every single level. But being ready to score is the main thing, and always having that killer mentality and just being ready in your stance and being able to get up a shot or drive to the basket at any moment. And it keeps the defense on their heels. They never know what Steph is going to do. He's so crafty. After that, you're going to want to work on your creativity. And when I say this, I don't mean, get a pen and paper and start drawing like Van Gogh. I'm talking about your athletic creativity. Steph Curry became one of the best players in the entire world, not only because he's the best shooter to ever walk the face of the planet, not only because he's got the ball on a string and can handle it with the best of them, but because he was different. He was creative. Before Steph Curry, everyone thought that the big man was the key to the game. The #1 draft picks, always a 7-footer. Power forwards, centers, those were the focal points. If you had a good big, you were going to be a champion, or you were going to win a lot. Teams strayed away from the fast-paced shooting a lot of threes, their low percentage shots. You won't be able to win. You're going to have a few games where you're hot, but over the long run of a season, you won't be able to win. Those were the narratives before Steph Curry bursted onto the scene. He was creative in his approach to the game of basketball. He tried different things. He let his imagination run, and it turned out to him being arguably one of the best players of all time. He does so many things, and he has changed the game forever. If you go to any small gym, any camp with kids are starting out at the three-point line. They don't even care about layups. They don't care about mid-range jump shots. They care about deep threes. You can argue if that's good for the game or if that's bad for the game. I think it's great for the game. I love when kids expand and try different things, but Steph Curry spearheaded this by being creative. And if you add that creativity to your game, you are going to have more shades of Steph Curry, come out of you. You are going to see yourself doing things that Steph Curry does on an NBA floor. The next thing you're gonna want to add is the ability to be a risk taker or becoming a risk taker. Steph Curry is the ultimate risk taker. He came into the NBA and said, hey, look, the traditional basketball game, the traditional NBA basketball game, players didn't come out and shoot 50-footers. Players didn't come out and shoot 12 three-pointers a game. Players didn't come out on a fast break, run out to the three-point line instead of taking the layup. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to go against the grain and I'm going to do something different. Now, this doesn't mean, go to your next game and shoot half quarters just because no one shoots half quarters or shoot free throws with your eyes closed just because no one's doing it. It doesn't mean go just be crazy and call it risk. That's not calculated risk and you will fail, trust me on that. But be different and take calculated risk within the confines of the team and within the confines of the game. So understand, okay, what's actually possible and what can I do in a game setting, and then take it that next step and take a risk. Dribble with your left hand and go up for a pump fake with one hand or something. Try something different. Bring new things to the game. Basketball is an ever evolving game. The rules get changed every year. The teams change every year. Tactics from coaches change every year. It's ever evolving. Why can't you add to that? Why can't you add to the evolving? There's no reason you can't. It's just you have to take some risk. You have to be willing to be told that you're not good. Steph Curry, for the beginning of his career, was not looked at as going to be this great player in the NBA. Some people were saying he was a bust. He was injured early. People didn't like his style. He was super skinny, frail. A lot of people were saying Steph Curry was a surefire bust, but he stuck to his guns. He kept taking those risks. He kept taking those fast break threes. He kept doing a lot of different things that a lot of people weren't doing. And he broke through, and it eventually worked, and he turned into what I think one of the top 10 players in NBA history because of it. The last thing I'll leave you here with, and this is probably the most important thing, not only with basketball, but with anything in your life, is belief. Steph Curry came from I wouldn't even call it mid-major. It's mid-major now because of his appearance at the school and his mantra that goes around the school now. But before he got to Davidson College in Davidson, North Carolina, that was a low major school. It was a super tiny school that no one had heard of, and he put them on the map. But he had to believe in his ability to come from a school like that to then get to the NBA, which is already beating the odds, make it in the NBA, start in the NBA, and then eventually lead a franchise that hadn't seen winning in I don't know how many years to multiple titles. You don't just do that. It requires a lot of hard work, but hard work means nothing if you don't go out and believe that the hard work is going to work. So belief is the number one thing that I can tell you that if you add to your game, you will play more like Steph Curry, because he's the number one believer, in my opinion, in the entire NBA. His story is second to none, and a lot of guys have a lot of good stories, but just the way Steph Curry came, super frail body, super skinny, not the athletic build, turned down from every big school he wanted to go to, went to Davidson, became the nation's leading scorer, took the college landscape over by storm, got to the NBA, didn't work out at first, and then took the NBA by storm. And literally everywhere he goes, he just changes the entire landscape of things. And you only do that through belief. So if there's one thing that you can take from this video, is make sure you believe in your ability and always add to your hard work daily. Always add to your creativity. Always add to the things that I talked about in this video, but then to wrap them all up with a bow, make sure you believe. Anyway, guys, those are the top things that if you put into your game today, you will play more like Steph Curry. Trust me on that. These are vetted out. Like I said, I'm the second most important person you need to listen to in the entire world when it comes to playing like Steph Curry, other than Steph Curry himself. Trust me on that, guys. Anyway, like and subscribe to the video. I love making these videos for you guys. It really helps the channel when you guys engage with me. Tell me what you want me to do. Tell me what you want me to create, and then I'll get into the drawing board and make it happen. This is the Manny Watkins basketball channel, where we, me and you, take your game to the next level. I will see you in the next video. Peace.